July, right?
Yeah, this is July. So we have Bob Newhart, Dr. Ruth.
Dr. Ruth? Sex can be very enjoyable if you use a dental dam and a variety of jams or flavored jellies.
I prefer chocolate syrup.
Yeah.
Rock legend John Mayall. That is all for July. August, Gina Rollins, Phil Donahue.
Oh, great show.
What say you?
John Amos.
John Amos, yeah. He was McDowell's, right?
Pro wrestler Sid Vicious and Kevin Sullivan.
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah. And great white singer Jack Russell.
Dang, a lot of people died in 2020.
Great singer, great dog.
Now, there's the next one. If you put a gun to my head, you would have had to pull the trigger. September. I could have sworn this guy was still alive. James Earl Jones.
Yeah, I remember James Earl Jones passing.
James Earl Jones.
Vader, Mufasa.
Yeah. Tito Jackson. Maggie Smith. Chris Christopherson. Pete Rose.
Yeah.
Love Boat singer Jack Jones. And Beverly Hills Cop actor John Ashton.
Yeah, he was the grizzled sergeant.
Yeah.
I'm too old for this.
October, Liam Payne.
Yeah, he jumped off that balcony.
Yeah, or was pushed. Yeah, still don't know. Terry Garr, Phil Lesh, and Fernando Valenzuela.
Phil Lesh, Grateful Dead, bassist.
November, we have Quincy Jones.
Yeah.
Chuck Woolery.
Chuck Woolery back in 2 and 2.
2 and 2.
Candyman star Tony Todd.
Tony Todd, by the way, gets a second life for another generation. Shout out Candyman, your films are awesome. He is, so far in the new Indiana Jones and the Great Circle video game, the villain.
Oh, wow.
I think they did all of his motion capture and everything. He plays a terrifying son of a bitch in this new Indiana Jones game. He's great.
Yeah, I can't wait for that thing to come out on PS5.
Big, intimidating, weird monk character who does not want Dr. Jones to get to the bottom of his research, whatever the hell he's doing. Oh, yeah, Tony Todd is awesome in it. R.I.P., man.
All right, that's it for entertainment deaths.
Summer, bro.
Yeah. Bring us down.
Bring us back up.
All right, here we go.
Gonna
bring you back up. Bring you back up.
Highs and lows.
Here we go.
Okay.
Bring us back up.
The pit to the pinnacle.
Here we go.
And these are the artists that haven't died. No, artists like Chris Brown and Lil Wayne were caught misusing pandemic relief funds.
Oh, wow.
During the 2020 pandemic, the government provided grants to the recording industry since live performance were no longer an option. Well, to no surprise, a new report from Business Insider found that many artists misused the relief funds. Here are some of the highlights.
Could you imagine if a state's attorney around here did something like that?
Yeah, no.
Not in this lifetime.
Not in Baltimore.
Let that happen.
Number one, Chris Brown received $10 million grant. He kept $5.1 million. He spent $80,000 on his birthday party, which included models and body paint, an LED dance floor, and $29,000 worth of hookahs and bottle service.
Listen, okay, the government's going to mess up a lot of stuff. We know they're lying to us about the drones. We know about Area 51. Just give up the goose. You got some down saucer there. Never mess with the money. The money gets you caught every time. If there's one thing both sides come together on and get their act together is paying attention to the paper trail. Go ahead, screw around on your taxes. Find out what happens. Find out. Accidentally write off something you shouldn't have. Mulder and Scully will show up at the front door, guns drawn.
Yeah, the IRS.
It's a windbreaker. Okay, do not try and write off your cable bill for the show as station research. I learned the hard way.
Yeah,
can't write off your cable.
I thought you can.
Uh-oh. Sure.
He's saying he knew you couldn't.
Number two, we got Lil Wayne. He received $8.9 million. He spent $1.3 million on private jets.
Wheezy.
$460,000 on clothes, and $15,000 on quote unquote female companions.
Hell yeah, man.
Good for him. Could you imagine spending $460,000 on clothes?
No.
Those are expensive pants. God. Now, was that Lil Wayne? Was that the Carter? Or was that his money guy being like, nah, you're good?
Yeah. I'm sure this was all their accountants.
It's like, I'm sure
apply for this.
Lil Wayne is just as, whip crack smart as we all hope he is. But nothing about him says, I'm going to work for RBC Wealth Management.
Right.
I'm going to probably, work for a money mover somewhere, get a job at the corporate level of T. Rowe Price to move some stuff from a CD to a Vanguard fund. He had some dude in the Lil Wayne organization that boned him.
Yeah, definitely. That's probably the story with most of
Let
these.
him play the Super Bowl.
Steve Aoki, he received $2.4 million and paid himself $1.9 million.
All right, we get it. I've never liked him.
Moving on. Billie Eilish would like you to know she's had a lot of good sex this year.
All right, here we go. She's 23.
That sounds about right.
And a lesbian. William
I
Eyelash.
think she's I think the correct term is queer.
Is that the correct term?
I think she goes back and forth.
I apologize. I'm a middle-aged white man in America. I can't keep up.
Remember when Scott lost his job?
What does she identify? I mean, I know she came out.
Yeah.
I just watched her Tiny Desk, the NPR Tiny Desk.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll bring a little bit of that up. And I kind of fell in love with her. Like, she is beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, I just kept, like, staring at her. I was like, oh, my God.
She's got something about her.
Yeah, she does.
Her brother, yeah, a couple.
Nah, but you can't even see her breast at this. It's just,
The internet will show me.
it's just her singing, man. But let me see. Hold on. Don't turn me up, Bill. Let's see if, but I never got into her because it's a lot of slow stuff, isn't it? She's real slow.
I did enjoy her Bond song, No Time to Die. I really enjoyed it. Real breathy, as she's known
Yeah,
to.
breathy. All right, here you go. Turn me up.
All right, let's rock.
give us a little. And I want you to look at her, though. You gotta look at her. Go ahead, Billy. Your teeth are perfect.
There you go, Joe. Look at her.
I almost got.
Yeah.
That's her brother Phineas.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, so she had good sex this year, you're saying?
Yeah, she's saying she made good friendships.
Beautiful. Never so beautiful.
Yeah, I don't. It's the smoky eyes.
Yeah. I'm on the fence about her brother. Something.
Yeah, his breasts are much worse. Her brother's very flat chested.
Yeah. Hell of an ass, though.
I stayed up all
I'm done. I'm in love.
and you don't wanna know.
Is that phone?
There we go. Oh, damn.
Yeah.
So wait, what did she say about the sex?
Yeah, a lot of it.
Every year she does an interview with Vanity Fair. She's been doing it for the last 8 years. In a clip from 2023 Vanity Fair interview, she said, Billie was quoted as saying, having good sex this year is what she wanted for 2024.
I read the whole article, too. She says at the end of it, and yes, she got there.
There you
She
go.
did.
Good
Girl
for you,
got
Billy.
hers.
That's
Girl got
right.
I'm
hers.
still working on it, Billy.
Yeah.
Give it time.
We'll
all right?
figure it out. All right. Birthdays. Let's hit some birthdays.
It?
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah.
You got nothing else?
Jake Gyllenhaal is 44.
What porn's he been in?
Brokeback Mountain.
That counts.
Alyssa Milano is
Oh, wait,
52.
hold on. Did you watch any of that Timothy Chalamet, Vince?
Just the
Gyllenhaal
first
thing?
30 that I did,
Oh,
and
it's
that was
great.
it.
You gotta watch it.
Alyssa Milano, noted porn actress.
Hey.
Also-
Dude, she helped jumpstart my puberty. Between her and, who was the one from Charles in Charge? Nicole Eggert.
Mm-hmm.
You had Alyssa Milano on Who's the Boss. And who else was in one of them sitcoms?
Mine was Chef Paul Prudhomme. Remember him, Joe? That fellow right there.
Love it.
I love that guy. Uh-huh.
Alyssa Milano is 52. Chris Angel, star of Mind Freak, turns 57. And my favorite, Little Jimmy Dickens,
Hell yeah, dude.
4'11" country star,
Best suits in the world.
would have been 104 today.
Oh,
That is entertainment.
98 Rock.
Friday, it's the night before Christmas with Kirk and Marianne.
Bid on memorabilia from artists like Guns N' Roses, Sum 41, Bon Jovi, Evanescence, Metallica, The Stones, Godsmack, U2, Motley Crue, Shinedown, and others in our silent auction, all to support the WBAO Kids campaign.
See all the items you could bid on at 98online.com or just make a donation and I'll wrap your gift.
We've got a free buffet from 5 to 7.
98 Rock Thirst Down beer and special holiday drinks.
And even a concert with Stone Horses at 7 that'll include their version of Essex Wonderland.
And someone's going home with a pair of 2-day passes for the Boardwalk Rock Fest in Ocean City next May. Just tell us a Christmas joke for your chance to win.
It's free. It's Friday.
It's the night before Christmas.
2 till 8 p.m. at Horseshoe Casino with 98 Rock.
Yeah, Toyotathon is going on at Jones Toyota. That is a part of Jones Junction. Head up there, go see Wallace, and get a great year-end deal. You're going to make no payments until March of 2025. They got banks on site for instant credit approval. Good credit, bad credit, no problem. The selection of Toyotas is the largest it has been in the last 3 years. $500 more for your trade than CarMax. You got to love that. And don't forget to ask Wallace about a Yeti cooler, Yeti chair, or AirPods Pro with purchase for the holidays. They have 1 million online likes and reviews for a reason. You're going to have a great experience up there. No matter what department, no matter what dealership, they are going to treat you right at Jones Junction. Jones for a lifetime, free oil changes, free car washes, and engine guaranteed for a lifetime. It is, of course, convenient. Only 15 minutes from the White Marsh Mall. Head up to Jones Toyota. Go see Wallace. Check out Toyotathon. Get in a new ride for the holidays. Check them out online at jonesjunction.com.
Xfinity here. How can we help?
Hi, my entire family's obsessed with all things Wicked, but my kids can't stop watching the trailer, and now they're having a Wicked-themed sleepover. Do you think our internet can handle all of the streaming and memeing going on?
Well, we've engineered our Xfinity gateways to handle hundreds of devices at once, so they can all stay magically connected.
Wow. Are you a wizard?
I wish. No, just someone that won't let a bad connection burst your internet bubble. Now through December 22nd, get Thrillifyingly fast 300 megabit Xfinity internet with unlimited data and one unlimited mobile line together for $30 a month for 12 months with no annual contract. Go to Xfinity.com to learn more. And keep the magic going from your screen to the big screen. And see Wicked in theaters now. Restrictions apply. Requires PayPal Splinter auto pay stored bank account. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply. Xfinity Mobile requires Xfinity Internet. Actual internet speeds vary and not guaranteed.
'Tis the season of giving, and right now, during the Ram Wrap Up the Year sales event, Ram Trucks is giving out great deals. Hurry into your local Ram dealer today and take advantage of an additional $1,000 holiday bonus cash allowance on most 2025 Ram 1500 trucks. Whether it's game-changing technology or next-level comfort, each truck is crafted to keep you feeling merry and bright, wherever the holiday season may take you. Don't miss this great offer going on now. Offer excludes Tradesman Quad Cab 4x2. Contact dealer for details. Must take retail delivery by January 2nd.
Ravens football plays here. Let's go, the official home of the Ravens. 98 Rock.
Total Wireless totally has your back this holiday season. We give you that never slows you down. All for $30 a month or less when you get 4 lines. That's a holiday plan we can all get behind. Visit your local Total Wireless store to switch today. Total Wireless, we're totally with you. Actual speeds may vary by location. For data management practices, see TotalWireless.com.
You've got great taste. That's why Wawa lets you customize a delicious roasted or crispy chicken sandwich, just the way you want. For you, the heat honcho that tests your spice tolerance with seasoning and buffalo sauce. Or you, the forget the pit master, who prefers barbecue sauce, bacon, and no extra work. Or you, the supporter of Southwestern flavors like avocado, fajita veggies, and chipotle sauce. You've got great taste. And now, you've got Wawa's roasted and crispy chicken sandwiches. Chicken how you wanna. Wawa.
Spread the word, new drinks at Wawa. It's not around long, it's a limited offer. Peppermint bar, sugar and cookie.
The holidays are here, and so are Wawa's holiday beverages. Try the new caramel sugar cookie iced latte or peppermint mocha while the season lasts. Gotta have a Wawa.
This portion of 98 Rock is brought to you by Whole Foods Market. Stock up for holiday parties at Whole Foods Market. Save 35% on curated holiday cheeses with Prime through December 24th. Expertly craft the perfect cheese board for your Christmas soiree while supplies last. Shop in-store or online. Terms apply.
Join me, Amelia, between 10 and 2 for 40-minute music marathons. You might pick up two-day passes to Boardwalk Rock Fest in Ocean City in the noon hour on 98 Rock.
Investors were spooked on Wednesday when the Federal Reserve hinted it may have to keep interest rates higher for longer next year to curb stubborn inflation. The central bank cut its benchmark rate by a 0.25 percentage point, but policymakers projected fewer rate cuts in 2025. Fed Chairman Jerome Powell says the U.S. economy is performing well. The Commerce Department says the economy grew a little bit faster in July, August, and September than initially reported. Revised figures show GDP grew at an annual rate of 3.1% during the quarter, up from 2.8% in the earlier tally. The upward revision was largely due to stronger exports and consumer spending. Scott Horsley, NPR News, Washington.
You're listening to NPR News from Washington.
Support for NPR comes from NPR stations. Other contributors include Capital One, offering their premium travel card, Venture X. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. Details at CapitalOne.com. And listeners like you who donate to this NPR station.
And this NPR station is 88.1 WYPR. It's 45 degrees in Baltimore at 10:04. I'm Andy Beanstock, joined by Lisa Morgan this morning, reminding you that the news you hear every hour on WYPR, just like 1A and just like Morning Edition, well, that's made possible by your membership support, too. We'd love for you to make a year-end gift today during this brief end-of-the-year membership campaign. Come to WYPR.org and click the donate link.
You know, and no matter how busy your life may get, you can always listen to the radio. We can go with you everywhere with you. We fit into your schedule because, you know, you could be at home, in your car, at work, maybe on a run or something like that. Radio goes where you go, and radio is there with you all the time. And it's there because members are here for us. We are asking you today, during this very brief one-day drive, to show your support for WYPR. You can do that online at WYPR.org. You can also call 410-235-1395.
In the year ahead, WYPR will continue to do what we've done for decades. Bring people together to help make sense of the world. This is the commitment that's always guided our work, and it remains central to our mission as a public radio station. We're counting on you to help us achieve that mission with your membership contribution.
You know, and it's true. Every pledge is just as important. Some people have tons and tons of money. We all know that. You know, there's people who are very, very rich and they give very, very generously. And there's people who are really scraping together their donations, and we appreciate that just as much. The amount you give is not as important as becoming a part of WYPR. It really does feel different when you're a part of making it all possible. And you're sharing your commitment to WYPR with the entire community. You make listening easy for everybody. So make a pledge right now.
We're hoping to hear from 5 more listeners at least in the next few minutes of 1A. Please take a few moments to make your contribution today. Again, come to WYPR.org and click the donate link. Call 410-235-1395. It is 45 degrees in Baltimore at 10:06.
This is 1A. I'm Nyla Boodoo in for Jen White. 2024 has been a monumental year in many ways, but especially for women's sports. They're expected to rake in more than $1 billion by the end of the year. That includes professional leagues across the world, NCAA events, and the Olympics. And the Paris Olympics this year marked the first time there was athlete parity, meaning there was an equal number of male and female athletes competing. Stars like Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, Simone Biles, Katie Ledecky, and Sha'Carri Richardson all had standout performances this year. Today, we're breaking down the biggest moments in women's sports in 2024.
Sha'Carri Richardson did not get that baton in first.
but she got it across the line first for the United States, 41.
It's Aubrey Kingsbury, the penalty shootout hero, the Washington Spirit.
Is that a kangaroo reference, Ronnie?
I believe so. She's representing her country.
It was a kangaroo thing.
Williams, boys, can't hit, rebound Smith, another chance for Minnesota. Williams, connects, plus the foul, a chance for four, and a play that may live forever in WNBA history.
Those are some of our favorite moments from our team here at 1A. Here are some of yours.
The story of Caitlin Clark is my favorite of the year.
My favorite moment in women's sports this past year was when South Carolina's Camila Cardoso hit a buzzer beater three, the first of her career, to beat Tennessee to keep South Carolina undefeated. That was just a fantastic moment to watch live. Props to them.
Hi, this is BC Charles from Cincinnati, Ohio. I have been very impressed by Gretchen Walsh, who finished 11th at the Short Course World Swimming Championships. Women's swimming is having a remarkable year.
Female Athlete of the Year, my choice would be Coco Gauff, who earned over $30 million at 20 years old.
The greatest women's athletes right now are Michaela Schifrin and Jessie Diggins, who are winners of the World Cups in their respective downhill and cross-country disciplines. Women's skiing doesn't get the attention it should.
Let's bring in our guest. Lindsay Gibbs is a sports reporter and author of the Power Plays newsletter. Lindsay, welcome.
Thanks so much for having me.
Also with us is Professor Amira Rose Davis from the University of Texas, Austin. She's a historian who focuses on sports and society. Hi, Amira.
Hi, thanks for having me.
And Sally Jenkins, sports columnist at the Washington Post. Hello, Sally.
Good to be with you.
Let's hear from all of you on your favorite moments in women's sports this year as we're just running through some of them. Amira, can I start with you?
Absolutely. This is kind of a deep cut, but I kind of like the energy of that montage. The first round of Olympic women's volleyball, I was there in Paris, and the energy in that room was unmatched. Might be the best live sporting event I've been to in a long time. The United States versus China went to 5 sets. China ended up taking that, but it was literally the best moment. I still can feel in my veins.
Lindsay, what are you still feeling in your veins?
The women's Final Four. I got to be there in person and to feel the electricity of UConn versus Iowa. That game in the semifinals. I'm from North Carolina, so I love seeing NC State in the Final Four as well, facing off against South Carolina. You just had such big fan bases, such iconic players and coaches, and to see the energy in the building. I know that the ratings were great, but I just talked, like, it lit up Cleveland, and that was amazing to see, especially the end of that UConn-Iowa game. I'll never forget it.
Sally, we've been talking about so many different moments. What stands out to you?
Well, I'll go with Simone Biles making her comeback at the Olympics in Paris, particularly after, 4 years ago she had her famous case of the twisties and really looked finished and like she'd gone out on a sad note, and instead here she comes storming back to lead the Americans to another gold medal.
Sally, as we think about this year and as we look back on 2024, where will you say this ranks in terms of women's sports, and how much of this maybe you think is a turning point in terms of being part of the mainstream?
Oh, I think it will go down in history as the turning point. We've had other great years, obviously 96 in Atlanta. That was a very important Olympic year for women's sports. It launched 2 professional leagues. There have been other, really dynamic individual athletes. There have been some great Final Fours, but it's never been accompanied by the surge in revenue that you talked about at the opening of this show. It's never been accompanied by sustained commercial success. This appears that it is going to float all women athletes financially now for the duration. You're going to be able to go to college or be an Olympic athlete, and at the end of that pursuit, you're going to be able to say, I can make a continued living in this game or in this sport.
That's Sally Jenkins, a sports columnist at the Washington Post. We're also speaking with Amira Rose Davis, an assistant professor at UT Austin, and Lindsay Gibbs, sports reporter and author of the Power Plays newsletter, and all of you.
My name is Alexis, and I always grew up watching the WNBA, and specific the New York Liberty team. Of course, life takes over and you kind of lose touch with your team, but I definitely got re-inspired and watched the team closely as they won the WNBA championship this year. So go New York Liberty and go women's sports.
Thanks, Alexis. They were some amazing games. Lindsay, when we're thinking about WNBA and the finals, women's basketball had such a big year, especially when we're talking about players like Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese drawing in viewers to the NCAA. Well, how do you see the WNBA maximizing on this now that Caitlin Clark, now that we've got people like that in the NBA as well?
Yeah, I think it's incredible to see. First of all, I think the league, while it didn't handle this year perfectly, it was certainly much more ready than it would have been for a moment like this 5 or 10 years ago, probably even 3 years ago. The league had done a $75 million fundraising round a few years ago that helped it really invest in beefing up its front office staff, its social media, and marketing. And so those things really allowed the league to be in a better place to get games on national TV, spread awareness on social media, and actually capitalize off of this huge influx of viewers and attention that the league got. I read that the WNBA was the largest growing brand in the world this year, which is incredible for a league in its 27th year. So I think that just goes to show how powerful it's been to see valuations now. The Dallas Wings, which are one of the worst teams in the WNBA, got a $208 million valuation this year. Like, investors actually bought in at that valuation. So it just really shows that I think tomorrow's price is not yesterday's for sure.
Right. And Sally, to your point earlier about sort of the pipeline, when we think about the NCAA, the women's basketball championship drawing in almost 19 million viewers, surpassing the men's March Madness. What do we think about that pipeline when we have like a Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese then going into the WNBA?
Well, the pipeline is one of the things that has increased the valuations, obviously, so dramatically in such a short period of time, I would add. The funny thing to me is that, the WNBA has been a great vehicle for early investors. And if you were smart about that, and if you held on to your stake, you now are really sitting